entertain us.
I feel like I'll
wasn't
still
enough.
be here.
They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But
Is
of
it better?
course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able
he's
to
looping.
freeze Stanley in place, while the narrator sits there forever and
Cool. Yeah, now I'm starting to think I should actually provide a skip button. Be like, look, I found this hilarious. I'm amused just walking in circles, listening to this guy go on for minutes at a time. But maybe you want to jump to this other part. Also, I'm hearing water dripping, which can't be good. But he's not around, so I'm going to skip again.
the end is never the end, is never the
Ooh.
end, is never the 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 end.
That's an impressive sound loop.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
I've had that feeling before. Yeah, the water drips are definitely new. They, I heard the water drip before, but now I can actually see it. Man, that's a mood. Oh boy, this is not good. Wonder if it'll actually like splash if I walk in that section. No, but I feel like that's gonna be a problem. This next skip. Probably. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's mold right there. That's not good. Man, like the whole floor is messed up now over here. I can still walk on it though, sort of. There's one part where it collapsed. So, it sounds like wind howling outside? This light out. The water stopped dripping. Flies buzzing or something. Oh, that's cool. Music playing. Radioactive symbol? I mean, it might have been, and then the water just cleared up. Stanley doesn't move. Yeah, a little bit. It's wild. Ooh. Now it's dead again. Some weird noises. The building's basically coming apart, but the skip button still works. I can't tell what those noises are. Oh yeah, definitely some ridiculous amount of time at this point. Who knows what those screeching noises are? This ladder's falling over. Unfortunately, I can't see out. I can't really tell anything. Button. Building's still key. Building tilted? Oh. Wow. Can't get on top of the building. Can't press the button again. I think the button's broken. Oh, that was it. Well then. Else is going to happen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard
Go
Stanley
back after
looked,
all that.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'll tell you how you go back after all that. New content. Big old sign and everything. Can't unplug it.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Right, well, new content. Elevator again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
And there's never the end again.
Is what fans have truly been asking for.
I mean, not gonna lie, this is kind of hilarious. Look, the computers are upgraded. The new fancy new monitor. Testing 2 printers at the same time. Ooh. Got multiple phones. Phones are still kind of old-timey though. Fester Showcase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Taste the sequel. But I see this. I know exactly what that's a reference to. It's the adventure line. It's one of the ones I thought about doing. I was gonna go through the ones from the original game. Definitely, like if y'all if you're somehow still here and haven't gone back and played the original game, go play the original game. When you get to a part that looks like this, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, the office design is a little bit sleeker. Kind of reminds me of more when a lot of the office redesign stuff has happened where I work. I mean, not quite like this, but you know, a general kind of idea. Still got those old mugs though. Although now they have 2 jokes on them. Oh no. New mugs, yeah. Get up on the couch to see what that other one says. Probably not. Underestimate. Coffee enjoyer. Left their cup by a leather sofa that faces a blurry room. They're back 2 doors. Oh, you can't turn these off. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted, new hotness. Cool red section of the chart. Boring sections of the chart. Oh boy. It's nice to see the whiteboard humor. It's still fun. Better TSB. Mortar approach. 2? Oh, right. The podium has 2 as the number 1. 1 is the number 2. Oh, red. Ritualistic value. Win-win. Oh, God. The ferns. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. Some of the logo designs, yeah, logo ideas. That's pretty funny. Oh, and here's the computer that's displaying on the big screen. Yep, this is familiar. 2 Stanleys? Wait, but the other Stanley isn't even looking at anything. He doesn't have a computer.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Of
but
course.
Let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, yeah, sure, Sequels are good. The sequel to Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2. That's really funny. Just 2s. Valued investors, this way to the show floor. New features, new content. Can I go up here? It's not. There's just like a bus here for some reason. Oh my god. It's so ridiculous.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, really? Hear your name in the game. Enjoy the new features. Stanley Parable to Reassurance Bucket? What? Merch, there it is. Features, new content, new game. Yeah, like they have the shirts all set up and ready to go. Office decorations, reassurance bucket. Okay, so there's three things. It's office decorations, bucket, and the button. We'll try the button out first. There's no screenshots. Name, hear yours today. God. Cold drinks, taste the sequel.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is
Too
this
big, too
button
small.
which speaks
That's
the
right.
name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Name, that's yours. Timmy, Shira, Joe, Jane, Peter, Craig, Agatha, Bob. All right, well, looks like this is it.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that
I
is.
should have
Here,
known.
let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
All right.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
All right, time for Jim to press the button.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal... Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
No!
Very soon you'll
Jim,
start to lose
Jim,
all sense
Jim,
of who you
Jim.
actually are.
Jim.
Well, I got to press it a few times at least. All right, I guess I'm done being Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Red is the new orange. A whole new office. Updated, ray traced, more of the same, but in a good way sequel. The baby is all oh no. Oh, that's cursed. Bankruptcy. Oh, God. It's this equality with just the right amount of change. Jump circle. Oh, infinite hole. Well, I guess we'll do the bucket first, and then we'll go do that stuff. Variable reassurance. Okay, so there's a few things in here.
A common complaint of the Stanley parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
So,
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable too.
Well, I have a bucket now. Could make any number of memes about being a walrus. Guess that's it. I guess that's it. I guess I have a bucket now. And, yeah. I am reassured now, I guess.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Alright, so this decorations infinite hole.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Wow. I don't even know what to say to this. These are both such great options. I think I'll go with Get Well Someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I should have known that would have happened. God. Now all of the...
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
I like that it actually registered that I went back and tried to hit the button again. What if I keep doing it? Nope. You're stuck with Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece. Oh man. I do like that they went and back and just added the balloons to all of the images. That's pretty funny. Ooh. Content, the jump circle.
You know what? let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Wasted my jumps. Oh no. Alright, so I think this was the hall I came in? Yeah. Jump circle, infinite hole. Jump circle. This map. Free achievement. Button that plays the name of the player in the game. Submerged settings. World champion. Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. Office decorations. Epilogue. Collectibles. Infinite hole. And exit. Alright then. Let's see. Infinite hole. It won't end. Easy achievement. Collectibles. I guess we'll, what's this? Oh, I see. This is where the stuff upstairs is. And we'll go back and do the stuff on the first floor first. Okay, that's where it came from. What's this way? Oh god, what is this nonsense? Nope. No idea. Opening. Rim surrounding area depth infinite. Okay. Hole entrance infinity. Infinite hole chart. This is wow. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I don't know when I fall down on an infinite hole. Kind of sounds like I feel like he must have at least played the original by now. Yeah, but maybe when I come back to this. It's I want to try seeing the rest of the stuff first. I don't. On one hand, I don't think they would have this be a thing. I don't think this would be a. I might regret this. No, you know what? Oh, fine. Whatever. I'll just do it.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there.
Oh,
I
Mug
think
fell
we
down
both
here.
said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Yeah, you know, I was slightly worried that, because I think there's at least one ending that involves you jumping off a high place repeatedly. Eventually you die from fall damage. But apparently fall damage has been disabled for the sequel. One of the many undocumented features of the Stanley Parable 2. And it looks like I can't do anything, so I'm going to go back to this.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Actually, yeah, it did.
I feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Well,
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
to return to the surface. Wait.
Is the, teleport button
no.
not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Yeah. I regret using my jumps now. Eh? Oh god, what is happening? Well, I got my bucket at least. Change your perspective. That's what I look like, huh? That's actually kind of interesting. Change your perception. What does this do? But I don't even know what to say. What is this nonsense?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of
What?
mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do anything about the animation. Change yourself. Now I am a robot? God, what am I now? Oh, I'm just upside down. I was like, what is happening?
Stanley? Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Oh, you dick!
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Oh, wait.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yeah, I want to go back and see if I can jump straight to that part. Oh, no. He's just like, nope, not letting you do that one again. Alright. Hold on a second, I got a cat. It's decided they want to be directly in front of my monitor. Hey, no. Move. And now they have tangled themselves up in my headphone cord. About to rip my headphone out. And possibly break their leg if they don't be careful. Hey! Sit there and behave. Alright. Let's see. Achievement? Sure, why not? Right now, pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Test achievement unachieved. Bunch of other weird computer things. Okay, I wanted to see if something would happen if you just left without pulling the lever.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I should have known. Damn it.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's go this way. Can you find them? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Alright, this is pretty ridiculous. You want to bet there aren't any other
God,
ones.
it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Now I can't decide if it would be funny if there just aren't any other ones in the game. Or if there are like five in the game instead of 6. Or if there are actually 6 and you just get nothing for it. Let's see. I've done the jump circle, achievement, button, merch, bucket, decorations, collectibles, infinite hole, I've done epilogue, and settings world champion. So I think that's upstairs. So up here. Oh. thought maybe I would have to go into the settings and find something that would. Guess not. It's over here. That's new. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Settings will change, turning off every single setting, just select every possible value. I expect to do that first. Jim in the game. The button that says Jim. That's Jim. Oh, God. Every possible value, huh? Can't set it back to 80.
Of a man named Stanley.
I don't know. If this doesn't work, I will skip this one. Aha! Got it. Door still does not open. Wait. Oh. Hello.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done.
Great job, you did it.
You've experienced every setting. Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing
Set the
you
setting sliders
haven't
to every
seen.
possible setting.
So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh boy. 100 is the bottom? Wait. Okay, 0, 1, 12, 50, 76, 100, and 1,000. Let's try 1. Does it do anything? I don't get the feeling this doesn't do anything. Let's try 12. No? Still seems the same. This doesn't do anything, does it? Yeah, but I don't know what that does. It doesn't really tell me anything. I'm just gonna leave it at 1,000. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's not something I have to worry about. I think that's everything. Probably gonna have to wrap up in a little bit here anyway, so. Saw the hole, saw the office decorations, got the achievement. Rather didn't get the achievement. Collectibles, which I'm guessing there's only one of. I think that's it. I think I've seen everything. Yeah. Alright, well.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move
Yeah.
on now?
Yep. Have a neat, weird poster. Please, no screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
That was
I
fun.
know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
I mean,
Version
it's all
2.
out there.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Yeah, kind
And I
of.
do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
And the bucket,
I
of
wanted
course.
fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Oh,
with
no.
respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
All right. Definitely got more of a dramatic feel to it. I love the settings from here. Ooh, I can. They're in red too. That's actually kind of neat. Yeah, I'll leave that at 1,000. I need to view the full credits.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
Freaking
employee number
balloons.
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The
Something
Stanley
that would
Parable
forever
too.
change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting,
Freaking
or even
balloons.
say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Can I save? Resume the game, begin the game again. See, I don't want to... I'm not sure that this is not still a sequence. So I'm not sure I want to... Usually you want to get to all the way through a thing before you leave off on one of these. So I'm wondering
All his
if...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to try and like go through all that stuff again. And I can probably keep going for a little bit.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why
What?
was he not doing it?
It's a bucket. Oh,
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I did miss the bucket. So distracted, I just didn't even notice it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
You know what? I haven't gone through the door on the left. In a normal run. Let's see how this goes.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
I was actually just thinking that.
Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
There.
This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Well,
Even
then.
This is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
I mean, I
Go
can't.
through each of
Stanley
them
can't
point by
talk,
point.
so.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Property of
Now it's
Stanley.
settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Anything else?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
God. Anything else?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
All right. No? No more? Okay. I think that's it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What happens if you... Ooh, I wonder if the bucket shows up in the weird ending. You know what? Oh, because also isn't the bucket help supposed to resolve problems? Like if you go down
Stanley
here?
just couldn't do it.
We're not going to see what
the
happens.
possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket.
No,
The bucket returned his gaze.
it's the reassurance
Said nothing at
bucket.
all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom.
Oh no, the bucket's not
Difficult
going to work.
times such as these. He held the bucket close. He had felt none of its
Oh,
familiar
no.
reassurance and comfort.
I went this way because I thought
And
the
that's
bucket
when
might
Stanley
change
realized,
things.
This isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
But it's got my
Surely no
sticker.
good would
Oh,
come
no.
from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed,
Oh, my bucket's
now he
gone.
noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and
He didn't have a
screaming to
bucket,
himself,
Pat.
and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she
So
knew
you know what the
what
problem was? He didn't have a
was.
bucket.
This man
Yep.
had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could
Oh,
all have
God.
been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way.
Oh, so this is it now. Now we get to play a whole bunch of... Oh, God. Alright. So I guess if this is going to happen, well, maybe this is a good stopping point. Actually, if I give it a minute, it should give me another ending. But it is getting pretty late. I do probably need to wrap things up, so we'll see if the because they have to leave to get the bucket. So I was gonna say there's an ending you get if you don't leave the room, but I think once I leave to get the bucket, I can't actually get back in here. Oh, there you go.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
All right, so that one was the same. So yeah, I think I am gonna call it here. But okay, this has been really fun so far. Definitely going to be streaming this some more. We'll have to go through and see how the bucket changes a few of the other endings. And I'm sure there'll be something wacky that happens once you've done a few of those. But yeah, this was oh wow, that is kind of trippy. Now that I'm watching the hallway like shift around a bit. But yeah, this has been fun. It's good to be streaming again. Give it a try. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Like I said, you know, I might have to like, if I put this on YouTube or something, I might have to put in a thing where people be like, okay, go to this one part if you want to not listen to this ridiculous monologue. But other than that, hope y'all enjoy. Have a good evening. Definitely give this one a try. Pick it up. And I guess I will see y'all next time.